On. And we're live. Welcome back to No Paperwork Podcast. Once again, Friday Night Live, man. We got BFD in the house, Joe Bob, man. And Joe Bob, my bad, I forgot your name,
No,
bro.
hey, man, it's all good, man. Let me introduce, man, Real Richmond right here. You know what I'm saying? This is my brother B, man. He's the new event coordinator and talent coordinator, not only at the BBG studios, but also here at No Paperwork Podcast, man. So, yeah, man, shout out your Instagram real quick, B.
Shit is B the bigger picture.
So it's B
_ the bigger picture.
Yeah, man. It's my brother, man, you know what I mean? From back in the day, man. It's my little bro, you feel me? Uh, Real upstanding dude. You know how we do it, man. We keep everybody around here, man. It's real copacetic, man. Real professional, real like-minded. And people got different visions, man. And this is the reason why we do collaborate the way we collaborate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just to touch bases on that. For example, everybody that's done music here, everybody that's had a music video, everybody that had some type of business venture, we're all like-minded. We all have the same goal, and we all do a lot of the same things. The reason why we click so much.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And this is somebody I'm bringing in too. You know what I mean, with the same type of goals and ambition, man. So everybody tap in, man.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about people you've been around. You was talking about you was around
Shit. Well, I've always been tapped in through, my family and friends that I grew up with. Shout out to my brother T. That's his uncle is Fab. That's the connection right there.
Yeah, you
That's how
got
I
like
ended up.
familial ties.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
yeah.
it's everybody I be around is, you know what I mean, even though they friends, they family, and that's all I surround myself with.
Okay, yeah, that's how I am too. Yeah, I like that.
And it's that's how I got around the little music industry and stuff like that. Southside Sue was also my brother T's people and shit like that. 800 P's, they all from Richmond and shit like
Yeah.
that. So that's how.
Big
And then
Fred,
Zoe the Roaster,
yeah.
RP Zoe the Roaster,
RP
fuck
Zoe
with the
Roaster,
son,
man.
Enzo. So that
Real
was my
Oakland, real Oakland legend right there, man. Zoe
Yeah,
Roaster,
yeah.
man.
So when I met you, it was at BBG Studios, and you was just fresh out.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Right.
That's
And-
that first day.
Yeah.
That was my
And
birthday also
He
too.
introduced you as his brother, and I was like, okay, yeah, y'all look like y'all could be some cornfoot motherfucking brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for sure.
Yeah. So you did a little time. You did federal time?
Not federal. Luckily I didn't do federal stuck out
Yeah.
there, but now I was down. Still fighting the case. So I ain't gonna touch
Okay, yep,
too much
yeah.
bases on it. But
Yeah.
I was stuck down south.
Mhm.
Got caught up. Still pending, so I ain't gonna speak too
Yeah,
much
that's
on
right.
it. But was stuck down there 8 months in a jail, which sucks like a motherfucker. No politics.
Yeah.
The fucking
You don't mean
dog
Southern
life.
California, you mean another state, right?
Alabama
Oh,
is
okay.
the South,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
not LA and none of that shit.
Right.
Alabama.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, when I was in prison, I used to read a bunch of like pamphlets, prisoners' rights pamphlets,
Mhm.
and they would incorporate a lot of other states, and just hearing like what was happening like Alabama and like North Carolina,
Mhm.
Florida.
Yeah.
And their jails is something. They're not like us.
Hell nah.
Yeah.
Hell no,
But
that's
no,
so
Hey, bro, like he would call me, I'd be at the gym.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was on the phone. You'll
I
answer.
pick up the phone.
Money on my books, everything.
You know?
Help, you feel me? Held me down and shit like that.
Yeah.
So you feel me?
You know, you
Got-
do it, man. It's just another. This is another story that you're watching live. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
It's almost like
that was the story of
watching.
this motherfucking
It's
show.
almost like watching a show, but you're waiting for the next season.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the story's beautiful, bro. It's a beautiful struggle. Like I ain't gonna get too much in depth with it, but like my little bro, like he was left in the juvenile hall system because he had no
Right.
family to go to. So
For sure.
group homes and all this other
Mhm.
shit. You know what I'm saying? But what I was telling him earlier too, and like I was telling you guys earlier too, like every one of us have a story, and it could be the story that changes people's futures.
Yeah.
You know
No,
what I'm
for
saying?
real.
Make
Let me
it
ask you
break it.
this. So you grew up in Richmond, right?
Yeah, Richmond and a little bit of everywhere because I grew up in the system as well. So Richmond's where I'm born and raised, but I grew up a little bit of everywhere, being in the system and not having family to live with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So being in the Northern California vibe, everybody always talks about how there's the correlation between us and other races and cultures. You know what I'm saying? Black, brown, white. A lot of motherfucking white dudes, really. And you being white in Alabama, right?
The first week I had to set a demo because
Yeah.
you know what I mean. The white people for the most part down there.
Race.
Well, it's racism for sure, but in the Alabama jail, specifically Mobile, Alabama jail. If you know Mobile's the #1 state with the most murders right now, shit like that.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
and like I said, I ain't gonna go into too
Right,
much
you don't do it.
depth,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, because I don't know nobody down there.
Yeah.
But the white boys known for the majority of them is for like being gay and on drugs bad.
Okay.
So my first week in there, you know what I'm saying? They like not no gay shit try to have or nothing like that, but a little try to test the waters, not from the gate. You feel me? I'm from Richmond, California. I'm not from down here. Whatever they got going on, it got nothing to do with me. So first week, try to test the waters. Boom, I beat the dude up, took his store, and you feel me?
Yeah.
Made an example. I'm not the biggest, baddest person. You know, there's always gonna be somebody
Right,
bigger
for sure.
and badder than you.
Yeah.
But win, lose, or draw, I'm finna bump. I'm finna hold mine down, 10 toes down, chest out, chin up, and you feel me? It is what it is.
Yeah.
And so that's how that shit went. But you know, the brother and shit was cool in there. It's like I said, when there's no politics, it's no politics. There's probably maybe like 5 Mexicans and shit like that. There's no Northerners, no Serranos, no Paisas, none of that shit. There's no others, like none of that.
White, black.
Yeah, so in Alabama jail, the politics well, it ain't really no politics, but you know the blacks got their own little shit, just like anywhere you go.
Yeah.
But when you do go to like Mississippi and New Orleans, really Mississippi and shit like that, that's where the politics kind of play a part and stuff like that. But in Alabama, that jail right there is nah. I know, and then the fucking, you know, you used to
you like 6'4".
You're used to doors and shit like that. It's fucking bars and shit like that. So it's like an old school jail. Then it's the whole jail is a 2-man cell, but it's 5 to 6 people in the fucking in each cell. So it's overcrowded and shit like that.
Yeah.
It's just grimy, bro, grimy. So it was a different experience to them not knowing nobody.
Solo bolo.
You know what I'm saying? So for sure, you know what I mean?
It's up with everybody potentially. Yeah.
Hell yeah. And then the ceiling's just like right here, it's acoustical ceiling. So you could push the ceiling up, grab a little metal and
get to work.
Hell yeah. So it's everybody walking around, you feel me, with like shit, you call them bangers down here, they call them fucking fire out there. So everybody got fire.
Yeah.
And but you know what I mean? For the most part, I was in there for 8 months. I got into 3 fights.
That's not a bad ratio. That's pretty cool.
No, hell no, but other people had it worse, you know, like with real to recognize real. So once they see, and I'm from Cali, so everybody wants to be cool with me because I'm from Cali, like, and then they see my charge, they see my charges and shit like that. They're like, oh man, you the plug. I don't, you feel me? Hey, assume what you want, you know what I'm saying? I ain't, you know how it is when you're in jail. I'm like, shit, you might try to telling me and try to get yourself out of this motherfucker. So shit, assume what you want because I'm from Cali, but I ain't gonna sit here and tell you what I am or what I ain't. You feel me?
Yep.
Got bread, you know what I mean? Make something work. If you don't, shit, leave me the fuck alone.
Right. For real.
Yeah.
For real.
Dope introduction. To man, where you been and what you done.
Definitely, and we're happy to have you on the team, man. If you fucking with Joe Bob, you fucking with us for sure. You know what I'm saying? And I look forward to all your endeavors, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just building up a team, man. So, and you know, we finally getting back into the swing of things. The No Paperwork podcast, you know what I mean? Like I said, I've said before, we had a new studio, you know what I mean? We have new equipment and shit. So we bringing it up.
Stepping this up.
Yeah, since we've been gone though, a lot of stuff's been happening, man.
For
Rico
real.
signed to Empire.
I know.
Got a good deal.
Super proud of
Rico.
Yeah.
Shout out to Rico Too Smooth.
He just dropped some too.
Yeah. Yeah, Rico just dropped some, man. Big Tone got a new podcast, right?
Yeah,
The
that
Big Tone
motherfucker
Show,
hard too. Yeah,
right?
I watched all
Yeah, yeah.
clean.
Yeah, real
He just
clean.
did that interview with Burner too.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
Hell
Just
yeah.
I didn't catch the burner interview yet, but I'm gonna check it out. But yeah, shout out to Big Tone
Yeah.
and the
Yeah,
Big
yeah.
Tone Show. If you guys haven't checked it out,
Man,
man,
go
go
check out
it out.
that shit. Yeah,
Man,
that shit
Yeah.
is dope.
Go check that shit out. Hey man, hey, you know, just like I be saying, man, you know, everybody that's busy, you know, it's not no like if you can't make it, I'm mad at you type shit, bro. Like you gotta be proud at the people that are busy. You know what I mean? You gotta be proud of the people that are doing shit different. You know what I mean? And shout out to everybody that's doing everything different, bro.
Yeah.
That's staying busy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of talent coming out of here in Northern California, man. And
Yeah, there is.
man, it's about to be seen.
Right.
It's about to be seen.
You know what else I like about Tone shit? Man, he stays positive. Like his whole thing is just about betterment and staying positive and
Right.
like it's just game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
How
It's
to better
game.
yourself and how to get out that negative mindset that
Yeah.
holds you back.
It
Because it's that negative mindset that'll hold people back, right?
For real, yeah.
Like it starts out with a bad day, right? Like you stub your toe in the morning. You're like, fuck, I stubbed my toe. You're late for work.
yeah.
Damn, I'm late for work. Now you're thinking everything, everything just gets worse and worse because your mindset has already started early in the morning, man. You got that, fuck,
Yeah.
man, today I'm having a bad day. But if you just stub your toe and recognize it, man, I just stubbed my toe. Fuck that shit, man. I'm
Yeah.
gonna make this day great. Oh, I late for work. Fuck it. I'm gonna work extra hard and do what I gotta do to get out early in the motherfucker. You know what I mean? Once you change your mind state, and I think that's something that Big Tone touches a lot on. If you change your mind state, man, then things will come to you. You'll manifest shit. You know what I mean?
Also, I want to piggyback on that too. It also changes with your program, right?
Right.
So
Creative
like for instance, I've been doing a whole lot better at work too, just by getting my shit ready the night before,
Right.
right? You know, shaving the night before, getting my clothes ready the night before, my gym bag ready the night before. You know, instead of just putting so much energy on the problem,
Right.
understand it's a problem and find a solution, you know, and that comes with just sitting back and analyzing your situation. What can I do different to make it better?
Right.
Right.
Right. And it's also about your environment too. Right? Like how your environment is, man. If you if where you work is cluttered and messy, man, your mind state's gonna be cluttered and messy, right? But if it's organized and shit, your mind state's gonna be organized.
Right.
And that's something that you know about being in prison for so long, right?
Yeah.
Always keep your shit organized, tidy, cluttered,
Bro, now
clutter free.
it's easy to establish, right? Like I did a long time in prison or whatever, but and being able to develop those habits from a security standpoint is a lot easier. Like you got to be up and on toes because police might run in, doors might crack with the suckers, anything could happen. Out here, bro, man, as soon as I started chilling, them habits broke.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's hard to rebuild that. It's hard to get back in that groove without the circumstances surrounding all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Basically without being forced.
I don't mean to cut you off. I use my blinker, but you know, that's where discipline comes in, consistency. You know,
Right. Creating habits though. That's what I was talking. That's what I was about to say. Is being able to create those habits. You know what I'm saying? Something stupid as waking up and just making your bed every fucking day, doing your little stupid push-ups every day.
Now, we were talking about that.
Yeah,
My
in
bad.
prison, that's how I started my day. Rolled the mattress. All right, stretch out a little bit, put my headphones on, start getting my motherfucking burpees in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Immediately, don't wait. This is just how I wake up in the morning. Or clean the floor, right? You clean the floor, then start busting down.
Right.
That's program.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And we were talking about that earlier, right? Like when 99% of the homies, when they get locked up, if they did any kind of stretch, when they first get out, they all fit and they cool. And you know what I mean? They waking up early and shit. But what, 2-3 months down the line, man, they get comfortable. They start eating the food they ain't had in prison. They start enjoying their life and shit. And they get all, get all out of shape and shit.
Yeah.
And some homies though, they keep the program going and shit.
Right.
But
yeah,
you know,
shout out Thumps.
Thumps,
yeah.
Thumps for sure. Man.
For real, but I'm Thumps is a good inspiration. Seeing Rico get back on his shit, seeing you jump back on his shit, Pops jump on his shit. You know what I'm saying? Pops switch his whole shit up and The real Pops, you know what I'm
Oh
talking
yeah,
about?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he
Shout out Pops, man.
Yeah, that's my boy.
Shout out Pops, man.
Yeah.
And you know, like I say, bro, like you know, we have to be each other's motivation.
Yeah,
You know what I
for real.
mean? We have to be each other's inspiration, you know? And when I say the story's not done being written is because, you know, we halfway through our story, or you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And there's kids and there's generations behind us that are gonna look at us one
Yeah.
day, and the people that we surround ourselves with. We are part of the generation that
Right.
are, you know, we're breaking barriers. We're
For
we're
real.
we're, we're building
Beating the
establishments.
statistics.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a beautiful thing to be a part of. It's a beautiful thing to watch. It's a beautiful thing to strive for. And you know, anybody out there watching, man, don't give up, man.
Right.
Keep going. You know,
Right.
Absolutely.
hard times
Speaking of not
build
giving up,
warriors.
though, man, the revival or
The
what's
removal?
the removal. I'm sorry, revival.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
the
the
removal,
removal.
Yeah.
Oh.
man, that song is so dope,
Thank you,
man.
brother.
And
Yeah.
we had that the homie from the UFC come out to it, right?
Yeah.
What was his name?
Underdog. Colin. No, I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, but he
Up,
had come out from
up
the
that
UFC,
hill,
down that hill,
through
yeah,
that man.
abajo,
Yeah.
arriba,
Oh yeah, that's that
yeah.
old school. That's that generation before me, man.
That's that type
You know
of
what I'm saying?
motivational music
Yeah.
right there
Oh,
that'll
bro,
get
that's
you
the shit I listen
pumped.
to.
Yeah.
That's what I listen to when I'm
Justin
falling asleep on
Cornell.
my way.
Justin Cornell.
to
Shout
work.
out Justin Cornell.
Justin Cornell.
Man,
Yeah.
I put that shit on every morning on my
Right.
way to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I be ready to get on shit.
Yeah. What's up, J4L? Bo Biz. He said,
Yeah.
good with
What's
the
up, Bo
homie?
Biz? We just did something dope last night. We got on we got on the freeway.
You guys got on the
We
freeway.
shot a video on the freeway.
Yeah, you
dope.
shut it down.
We didn't
Bo
shut it
Biz
down.
was blocking traffic. Like,
It was shut down. So we just took advantage of it, and it was dope. We got something dope coming with Sue scenes.
yeah. Anytime you got that brocha hanging, man,
Right.
motherfuckers respect it.
Right, but you know what that brought me to? People keep asking about bands in the comments,
Right.
right? Where bands go, bro? Bands need to drop.
Right.
Like, be real. Bands need to fuck. How long we been talking about? We've been waiting on band shit to drop.
Oh yeah.
Hey man, but that's the best part.
The anticipation.
Man,
Yeah.
bro, if you like,
It's like a
shout
fucking cliffhanger.
shout out bands.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Shout out bands because he didn't drop so much shit. He was in a big, you know, where everybody's talking,
Yeah.
right? He's in a big fucking, you
Yeah.
know, people are talking on this side, people are talking on that
Yeah,
side.
the Frankie story.
Bro, then he goes to dude's hood and drops a video
Right.
Yeah, that's cool.
right after he just did an album
Yeah.
with CML. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so
right.
so this
Yeah,
this
that's
is
dope, too.
but this is what I love about bands. And you know, Band's a real good homie of mine, you know what I'm saying? Band's a real player. The motherfucker knows that even without dropping, he's still working. You know what I'm saying? I think he did that Dope Flavor song and we did the video in LA.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
We did the video in LA. Half of it was in LA. The other half of that Dope Flavor song was on 16th and Mission. You know what I'm saying? In the Suckers Hood and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, you know, he's been that type of dude where he just drops and it's hard and it goes crazy. He gets his bread. But shout out bands because this is really one of the reasons why the way I moved. When I said I ain't gonna rap because it ain't something I do, he said rapping ain't something that you do, it's something that you build a network off of.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And you know, he built his network, he's doing his thing. So he knows he don't have to drop all the time. But when he drops,
It's an
Right.
event.
they
Yeah.
tune in.
Yeah, it's
You
an
know what I'm
event.
saying?
Yeah.
Hey, and that's when he told me, because I remember sitting in the studio and Fang is spot and he, hey, you know what I'm talking about? I'm like, what
Yeah.
the fuck going on over here? then they played it and I was like, oh shit, this
Yeah.
is hard.
Right.
And that's when he told me. He was like, you ain't gonna rap? I said, no, I don't rap, bro. He said, hey man, don't think about rapping. You know, it's a networking thing. And he networked through it and he's built off of it. And that's why people keep commenting. When's he gonna drop? What's the next thing?
Yeah.
Because they're anticipating it. So once he drops, he goes crazy every time.
Yeah, 'cause
and he go
motherfuckers
hard
waiting
to
for it.
fade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. X4 Gang said, what you guys think of the new Pope XIV, Leo the 14th?
Oh, he'll probably die.
Right, he from Chicago, right? He's
Yeah.
from Chicago. So he's the drill
He's the
pope.
first American.
Yeah, he's the
Pope.
drill pope. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I was raised Catholic. I know you were raised
I
Catholic
was
too.
raised
Yeah.
Catholic, yeah.
Yeah, I was raised Catholic, did catechism, all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went through all that shit, got all
Yeah.
my sacraments. Yeah.
Yeah, so but I'm atheist personally, you know what I'm saying? I don't believe in that stuff.
Yeah, right. Show him that tattoo.
But I think it's it's just
Well, it's more than just a religious thing, right? The Pope is a political thing, right?
Yeah, that's why
it's political. It's a control thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
That's
It's
why
not.
they went with a California Pope instead of like how they normally.
Well, no,
do
he's
it.
from Chicago.
Chicago.
Well,
Yeah, an American. Pope.
American, yeah.
American,
Yeah,
there you
yeah.
go.
Still gay.
But yeah, so it's a political thing, right? It's definitely been more politicized as time went on. You know, there's a lot of religions that are, and not to disrespect no one's religion, but there's a lot of religions that are money based, right?
For sure.
And the Vatican, they got the GDP of a small country. They are their own small country,
Yeah.
right? So they're worth billions, if not trillions of dollars.
And
You know
in
what I mean?
America, they also get funding for fighting their cases.
Oh shit. That's
You guys didn't know
crazy.
that?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
That the nonprofit organizations
Mhm.
get
Funding
federal
for fighting
federal funding, and they also get tax breaks and all that shit. That's why they keep moving them around
But
instead
anyway,
of fucking them going to jail.
shout
Like,
out to
I'll
Leo
probably-
the
I'll
14th,
probably-
man.
I'm probably gonna
XIV.
get whacked for this, but not by the homies. But
Shout
by
out to
the
Leo the
feds.
XIV. You know what I mean? So now
sounds cool, yeah.
now people could wear, XIV shirts at church
Yeah.
and not get dinged for it. You know what I mean?
Oh, I've been going to church with the XIV shirt.
Yeah.
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 You catch me in the
Have to
locker.
say shout out to Bands, but he was right there getting nationwide attention, man. He should have seized it. But like we said, man, the anticipation is growing. So when he does drop, and you see Frankie hasn't been able to come back from it.
Yeah.
Only thing he said was he can't come because the Sacramento dudes want to get him. You know what I mean? He was like, I can't go up north, man. I'm from Empire Records,
Yeah,
man.
that fool
Sacramento
whack
dudes want to get
out.
me, like
Yeah, I seen that shit.
That will be twag.
Yeah.
And like I said, bro, like Bands did that song in Dude's Hood, but we were also all there in LA together. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, Bands, like I can honestly speak, bro. Interactions with Bands and being a friend of Bands, bro. He is a solid dude. It is what it is. We are where we are. And if it goes down, it goes down. You know what I mean? And those are the type of people you want around you. And his mindset and his business mindset, and he knows what he has going on. If people are asking about him, then when he does drop, he's gonna go up.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I
Definitely.
mean? And
I'll-
he has the talent. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
for sure.
When I would go-
There's a timeline. There's a timeline now.
You know what? I don't think so because if Too Short dropped tomorrow,
What?
and he was one of those direct to consumers, and especially if you're going nationwide, bro, and you're a part of this big contradiction, and so many people are talking about it. It's one of those things where it's like he's bubbling off screen. And then
Right.
you get back on screen. It's kind of like a James Bond. You know what I'm talking about? Let me 007 this real quick and get back on the screen and boom. You know
There's
what I'm saying?
definitely that aspect to it, but more often than not, man, once people kind of get away from it, it's hard for them to come
Yeah,
back to build
there is a-
rebuild.
But there's also
Like if MC Hammer would come back right now.
Right.
yeah,
how-
but
he
MC
wouldn't
Hammer,
be- he
MC
wouldn't-
Hammer,
Will Smith is a good example too.
Will Smith.
This shit
No.
just flopped.
Right.
bro. But Will
Not to say
Smith,
Cam's flop.
no, Will Smith and fucking MC Hammer don't got Band's talent.
Right.
Well-
But all we're saying is, man, we need some new band shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, everybody's waiting.
there's a
on
time.
band shit.
We're pushing for Band's.
We're pushing for bands.
Band's
to drop.
drop some shit, bro.
Mike said he had a question for the Alabama Richmond homie. Is that the state where they filmed that TV show Prison Break? And the movie Shawshank
yeah.
Redemption.
I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I'm not too quite sure.
That's a good question. Man, I watched the first season of that in the pen too.
Yeah, I'm not too quite sure.
So, a question,
BFD what
what's your favorite song of your own?
Have this
Come on.
with your
changes every day.
It changes every day.
changes
Right,
every day, yeah.
right now, my favorite song is Removal.
I got shit you guys ain't even heard though.
Yeah.
Right? like there's one off of the NOR album that's the Move.
Oh yeah.
They got Q on it,
Yeah.
and then there's one on the GB one with Wax.
When's that coming out, man?
It's coming. It's coming
Man.
right now.
Man, we need to get that.
I ain't bands. I gotta drop. Motherfuckers gonna forget about my.
Well, shout out to you for being. Shout out to you
you're old fool.
for being one of the most consistent out right now, man. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You and Rico definitely two of the most consistent out right now,
Yeah.
right? Like you can go on YouTube or Spotify and just go to your channel and just
Yeah.
fucking like there's something for everybody. Like there's constantly like how many albums? Do you know how many albums you got?
5, 6. But I'm gonna tell you why I do that. I'm gonna give you guys the sauce right now. It's catalog. You got, and if you want to get paid off it, you got to build your catalog, because that's how the algorithm works. If you get one song that pops, then every time somebody goes to listen to that song, they get all your extra songs.
Right.
Boom. And so your streaming just goes up, and it just keeps going up. So, man, just build your fucking catalog. Drop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, real shit. So Mike said Lefty said someone up north put 50K bag on his dome. He said that all on air. Ain't that dry snitching?
Wait, say it again?
He said Lefty said somebody up north put a 50K bag on his dome. He said all that
Yeah.
on the air. Ain't that dry snitching?
I mean, there's an argument, right? It's an argument. If that, whether or not that's dry snitching,
Right.
right? Because some stuff you're not even supposed to speak on.
So
You know what
I
I'm saying?
mean,
But like, is he implicating anybody?
right. I was
in
just about to say that
It's
like
more so like
he generalized
Right.
something, right?
now you
'Cause-
calling attention to it. Now you
Right.
calling attention to like,
So if somebody really did do that, like instead of handling it yourself, you just put you just put the eye on it. You know what I
Right.
mean? And even if no one did, now there's people like looking into like, well, who fucks with Lefty more? Like who was Lefty's enemies? Now they're going back
Right.
and everybody who made diss songs on Lefty, they're trying to see who
That's-
actually was able.
that's
to
a part
put-
of diss songs though. Like that's like
right, but you know, I'm talking about how the police see it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, so is it dry snitching in a sense,
kind of
right?
low key. Yeah.
Like, but it's a
But so is
stretch.
making a diss song, I guess.
Yeah,
Really, right? Because you throwing it out there like, really, you throwing it out there like, oh, I got a problem with this dude, instead of just dealing with your problem.
Right.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Now you calling attention to it. You trying to. It's like when you go into a tank and you got suckers in there, and you're like, oh damn, you gonna put me in there with these motherfuckers?
That's
You
PC
just dry-
move.
You just dry snitch on
PC.
everybody. Yeah,
Right.
PC move.
right.
Hey, and you know, like I said, bro, like you know, if you know, you know. You know, so many people out here don't know. So you know what I mean, they ain't never been a part of it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They ain't never lived through it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you're dealing with a bunch of people who are able to have opinions, but
Yeah.
weren't able to live through it.
Right.
And shout out Los.
Yeah, Lo.
Oh yeah, Lo said, "Hey, Joe Bob, when you gonna drop more songs?"
Never again. I did my little 6-week rap career. It was great. It was
You're not
dope.
gonna drop a song?
Nah.
You gonna drop?
Who's
more
gonna
songs?
wait around for your shit like you wait around for bands?
Yeah, well,
Right.
bands has way more time to wait for. Shit.
But no, so how many songs you did already? You did the one with BFD and Ace Bug,
Mhm.
right? That was dope. What other songs you got?
I don't know. We was drinking in the studio.
Yeah, there's a
Is
couple
that
of-
the only song? No, that's not the only
No,
song.
there's
Yeah,
a couple. We did that Shallow How thing.
yeah,
and-
that's
Oh,
not out
Shallow
yet.
How.
yeah. We
We
did.
need to
I
drop
did
that.
one with Calico Entertainment.
Okay, shout out to Calico.
Mhm.
They're about to drop it, but hey man, we networking, baby. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And you gotta know your position. You know what I'm saying? My position is more of the networking, opening doors, introducing people and shit like that. I'm a little bit more I'm more of a personable person, you know what I'm saying, so to speak. And you know what? I love that part too.
Yeah.
Just introducing people to people and putting shit together and watching it work. As far as rapping, I've heard my shit sober.
Yeah.
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 So what about the food thing you got coming too.
Oh yeah.
Did we talk about that? Have we
We
haven't talked about that
about
since,
that.
since the other
Yeah. Since the other
Berry Bites.
Battle of the
Battle
of the Bites.
Battle of the Bites.
Yeah, that's more off the books right now. You know, we gave a little sneak peek for
Right.
people to sign up for it.
But you ain't talking about it?
Oh man, we got some conversations going on with some big people.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
You know, big distribution companies.
So you're doing a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Right? So we talked about your fight you did before, right? You
Hammered.
yeah, bro, you came, did the podcast drunk as fuck, hungover, right?
Yeah.
And then you went to fight the next day. I wish I could have been there, but you were still out there doing your thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So shout out to you for doing that. But Joe Bob, you a busy dude, man.
Yeah.
You got a lot of shit cracking.
If you guys haven't gone and seen the little clip he dropped, as soon as he dropped it, I was like, I called him. I was like, oh no, this is not like, this is some like it is fucking dope.
Right.
It is fucking
Right.
dope. I was like, man.
And I haven't seen it, the whole episodes yet. You haven't showed nobody.
And said,
We
just clip.
You know, we got the clips. Like I said, you know, shout out T King, BBG Studios.
Yeah.
You know, shout out the people that we talking to with these other networks. You know, the thing is, you know, it's kind of like, you know, I took the role on as the executive producer.
Yeah.
And shout out B2 for helping me out with all that too, as far as getting talent and getting the fucking
Yeah. Locking everything in.
locking everything in. You know,
Cameras, like the food
yeah,
people, like the van with the
Yeah.
trucks.
yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
So we have pop-up vendors. You know, shout out T King for getting the whole production crew
Yeah.
over there. Shout out Jesse from BBG Studio, man, for believing in everything. But
Absolutely.
I've also realized that if you ain't putting paint where it ain't and showing people how it dries,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Ain't nobody gonna worry about what you putting on the wall.
Right.
You know what I mean? And as soon as we dropped that little skit of what we had going on, more people started tapping in. And you know, it's a blessing that the people that tapped in are people that are somebody we could sell it to. So, you know, with that being said, you know, these distribution companies might not want to have a whole season recorded. They might want to do a different route, but the trademarks paid for it and everything's paid for. You know, and it just goes to show, bro, that you know, if you put yourself in the right place and you get a little creative, man, a lot of doors open up.
Yeah.
But the good thing about it though is, so you already have some pre-recorded episodes. You could drop them on YouTube independent and let them pick up the rest of the new shit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and you know what? The biggest thing is too is the marketing for the people, because a lot of these people started getting into cooking and doing pop-up foods. Shout out Chef Mo, man. If y'all in Antioch, man, go over there, 304 G Street, man.
Yeah.
Four Seasoning Steakhouse. You know, he's one of those. You know, there's proof in the pudding.
Yeah.
He started off going into foodie land and doing all that, and then was able to open up his restaurant and open up a substantial you know, establishment in a spot where not everybody can get into, because you know the shit costs dough, especially in downtown Antioch, where it was known as a ghost town for a minute until all these people started coming in and opening up these different businesses. Like I said, there's proof in the pudding, man. You know, he was doing the foodie thing. He didn't go to these culinary schools, and somebody might see these episodes and we say Battle of the Bites Bay Area. Somebody might see something like, shout out Sharky, bro, from Fully Loaded Kitchen. You know,
Okay,
out-
yeah.
out of-
Sharky's Chicken and Fish.
no, shout out Sharky's Chicken and Fish as well. But the homie Sharky that I did time with in Susanville, you know, he's got the Fully Loaded Kitchen, and then Ziggy from Frisco. You know what I'm saying?
Sharky's food was hella
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
It was right there at the event that we just did. You was you didn't
Oh,
find
the
us?
420 show.
And I didn't eat no food.
The
Yeah.
420/419 show.
They had marijuana infused chicken wings.
Oh, that's
Bro.
Auntie. That's Auntie right there. Shout out Track.
Yeah.
That was track shit.
That was
right there.
Track's Auntie right there,
So if you
man.
guys didn't check out the 420 show, man, you missed it.
I know.
Yeah, that shit was
Rich from
live,
California,
for sure.
man.
Hell yeah.
Hey, but like I said, the biggest thing is
Joe Bob rapped that day.
yeah, and you know the biggest thing is that there might be somebody with money, somebody that likes someone else's vision, you know, and you're giving a platform for someone to show off their talent to.
Yeah.
And somebody might hit them up and say, hey, I believe in what you got going on, let's open this up. You know what I mean? And that's the biggest reward right there, man. It's just being able to open up doors for other people and the people that are around you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The people that are putting in the work. You know, maybe sometimes you have to know that you're just a bridge in that aspect.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you know, love it.
And you put a lot of things together, man. So a lot of stuff you do, like shout out to BBG Studios, man, out there in Richmond, California, man. If you got a dope event you're trying to put on, man, go to BBG Studios, man. He gonna get you right.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And,
shout out
and
Jesse for real.
different aspects too that we got going on there too.
What
for the
is all you
events.
doing over there at BBG's? Because I know they do they got a podcast going on over there. They got a mic
Podcast.
drop. They
Yeah.
do mic drops over there.
What's the name of the
Shimo.
podcast?
That's a good question. Great question, actually.
Yeah, shout out them brothers. I see
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
No, shout out to brothers that do
I
the
saw them in the-
podcast.
yeah.
You know, and like I say, bro, the BBG Studios it's your canvas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anybody that wants to do something over there, talk to the artist, and the artist is Jesse, myself, and also B, and everybody on the team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you want something to come to life, let's get it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Tap in.
Hell
You can bring
yeah.
it to life, man.
All right, definitely. And man, let's talk about Cinco de Mayo though. That was a crazy
Hold on.
Cinco de Mayo,
Yeah.
man.
What'd you do on Single Mom?
Oh, I went to work.
Yeah.
So Cinco de Mayo, I didn't really do shit, but on the 4th, I was out there in Richmond at the parade and shit like that. That shit was lit. And then, you know, if you was paying attention to Richmond, something happened after that too, allegedly. So yeah, but that was my day for Cinco de Mayo was the
Was the
4th.
4th? Yeah.
I did the
Ours too.
parade.
We was everywhere. I think we did. There was like 4 videos going on.
Yeah.
So we went. I went from Stockton to Sacramento. Picked this dude up. Well, picked up Mex Chris.
Yeah.
I went to Sacramento. Went
y'all
from
was in San
Sacramento
Jose
to
too, wasn't
fucking.
y'all?
Yeah, we went from Sacramento over to EPA for Blanco's video shoot. Man, shout out
Yeah.
to Blanco if you ain't seen the video, man. That it's out now.
Lil E.
Blanco the Bully.
Yeah.
So we did his video shoot. Then we rolled out to San Jose and got a Fingers video shoot.
Yeah.
And someone else was shooting.
That video already dropped.
Yeah, both of them dropped.
That shit's, man, these motherfuckers work
From
quick.
Cinco
Why I
de
can't
Mayo.
get my
man,
videos
hey,
that fast?
Shout out,
TC.
hey, bro. Shout out
TC,
TC,
What,
bro.
TC, man? He
TC
be working.
is a
That
beast.
motherfucker be working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then from there, we came back to Sacramento. We be out there. We be everywhere. But we came back to Sacramento and
Sacramento did a dope one.
yeah,
It was on Broadway, right?
yeah, took over the street for a Mad Dogs video.
Yeah. Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Yep, Mad Dogs video
And
shoot.
Cinco.
Yep.
My boy Cinco.
Yeah. So shout out.
That was
Cinco
all on the
Mad Dogs.
4th?
That was all on.
Yeah.
That was all on.
On one day.
All on one day on the 4th.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I woke up early. I went to work, and I stayed there till about 11 p.m. Yep, 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. Your guys' day sound way more fucking like
It was lit, man.
adventurous.
And the cold part is
Yeah.
when you do that much stuff, you don't really get to enjoy like the settings. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like,
bro, like that's the
the
same thing
food
with
and
that
the
first-
women and every fucking spot was just, man. I wish I could have.
And it was all love though. So you know what I mean, being able to go from Stockton, Sacramento, Modesto, fucking San Jose, EPA, like all those spots, right? Being able to go to all those
Yeah, I did
spots
that
in
all
one
in
day,
one
all,
day.
all in one
All
day,
in one day,
Sacramento,
yeah.
Shit.
and then and it was love everywhere and being embraced by everybody.
Yeah.
But
That
doesn't that make the biggest difference too? Being outside, like, cause even Mad Dog told me, you know, while I was off work, he was like, bro, what I like about you is that you be everywhere. You be here. You know what I mean? And I think that's the biggest part that a lot of people that are coming up on social media don't understand. Like the DMs, the requests for DMs, all that shit. It's a lot, right?
Yeah.
So
Hell yeah.
you know, back when I was coming up, they had that hood to hood thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
And shout out my
I
Uncle
never
Tone
seen it,
Luck.
but I
Shout
know.
out my Uncle
Yeah.
Tone Luck, man. You know what I'm saying? Frisco Finest Car Club, man.
Yeah.
Shout out Sente too, man. Made in the city.
They also
You know
have
what I'm
Barrio
saying?
to Barrio.
Yeah,
Perico.
Barrio to Barrio. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? These are the
Shout out
things.
Perico, man.
Yeah, you had to be outside,
Right.
right? You had to be known. And I think that's the biggest thing that, you know, luckily I was in the mix of the change.
Yeah.
Right. So, you know, I'm 32. So I was in that part, but also with the social media, just like you too, B. You know what I'm saying? And you have to be outside. Like shout out EZ from Napa, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
that's my brother
Yeah,
right
yeah,
there.
yeah. He'll be out here next
But you
Friday.
still
to
got to
live.
be
Yeah,
outside,
yeah,
right?
that's what I'm
Like,
saying. Like, no,
That's how you
no,
network and
that,
meet people. That's
that,
how when you
the
asked me at the
DMs.
beginning, that's you know what I mean, from a young age is being outside is how I met people and established a relationship, not
Right.
just from pop like like just showing up, hey, this is who I am. Nah,
Yeah,
like I
and
got real connection with people from the things, being in the streets, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
yeah,
You get more of a
yeah,
relationship with people.
and also too, I'm gonna give y'all some game. You know what I'm saying? Especially the younger listeners out there. The game is, if you go to an event, people are drinking, people are doing something like that. You don't give your whole spill, right? Because people are trying to enjoy themselves, people are working.
Yeah.
So what it's called is the elevator's pitch,
Yeah.
right? If you got something going on, you coming up in the game and you stepping outside, you keep your elevator's pitch, right? You keep it professional. You know not to drink. You know not to get highly inebriated,
Yeah.
and you don't talk too much
That
about what's
first
going on.
impression.
And so it's, excuse me, can I get a minute of your time?
Yeah.
You give a little bit, and then you say, can I get your contact? Can I meet you during this week? And you have to pay for the lunch.
right.
You have to pay for the lunch. Because
No.
more deals I've made are over lunches and
Right.
golf games than in business meetings.
Hey, the
And-
universal language is food, bro.
Hey,
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Everybody knows food.
And honestly,
no matter what religion, race, country live in, yeah.
food,
Yeah.
food and drinks. But the thing is, you want that person's undivided attention,
Yeah.
right? Like, okay, I got a point. This is my opportunity to talk to you.
Right.
Let me give you a little bit, but I want your undivided attention before we start drinking, doing anything else. Sit down, buy them lunch, put it on your business card, your business debit card, your business credit card, whatever the fuck you gotta do. You can write it off on your taxes later. That's where business deals are made. You want to have that elevator's pitch because you have to think, I'm going from the first floor to the fourth floor.
Right.
This is the time I got. After
gotta
that,
have that
people will
quick.
start, you know what I mean? Boom,
Yeah.
kind of get your contact, can we meet up later? Buy them lunch, sit down, get their undivided attention, give them your spill one-on-one, and see how it works after that. God bless the game. I just gave y'all motherfuckers some game right now.
And that's something that you do well, right? You
Yeah.
network. You network well, right?
Yeah.
You're everywhere, right? And I mean, sometimes, and we were talking about that before too,
Mhm.
right? Like sometimes you just got to be there. Like if you want to, if you want to be seen, like a lot of people, they just be like, "Hey man, you a homie, let me get a free verse,"
Yeah.
and you don't even know a
I
dude,
don't even know you.
right? But if you, but if you come around, if you at the events, if you at the
Yeah.
shows, if you supporting this shit, motherfuckers recognize you. They see you like, "Oh, what's up, bro?"
Yeah.
Introduce yourself. "Oh, my name's Woo Woo from
Yeah.
Woo Woo." Okay, cool. Then the next show they see, "Hey, what's up?" And they kicking it, they supporting.
Mm.
Then they come at you like, I rap too. Okay, cool, right on.
Mm.
Kick it a few times to get to know somebody.
Yeah.
Then come at them like, "Hey, can I get a feature?" If not, man, it's all
And
business.
sometimes
Everybody.
sometimes it's just the spur of the moment ones too, right? Because how many times we just been locked in a studio somewhere, we got 10, 15 dudes,
Right.
and someone throwing a beat like, "Hey, Fats, can you
Right.
come jump on this?" And I'm like, "All right."
And then you
Well,
feeling the beat.
that's how the Do or Die song happened
Yeah.
between me and you.
Yeah.
Hey man, God bless the game. Me and Ace Book trying to get into a studio the night before. Couldn't get. I went to our studio the next night.
Yeah.
So fast beat did my verse, and I was like, Can you get on this for me?" Yeah. Then this motherfucker go crazy and
Yeah.
don't remember his goddamn words. This motherfucker just like, I'm just gonna go bar for bar and driving to the Poconos. I don't even know what a Poconos is. You know what I'm talking about? This motherfucker went crazy on this shit, bro. But that's the part of the game,
Yeah.
man. Like you have to understand.
Networking.
Like you have
Being
to
available,
not even just accessible. Like you are presenting yourself. You are your biggest asset.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're your biggest asset, you have to sell yourself. You have to show yourself. You have to produce yourself, right? Because you have talent. Man, a motherfucker that's mute that could write the best bars ain't shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A
Yeah.
motherfucker with the best drawing talent that won't show it at a show ain't shit. Don't, and this goes for everybody out there, man. If you feel like you have a niche, man, if you feel like you have some talent,
Yeah.
go after it. even if it's slow, man, because the time's gonna pass regardless.
Yeah.
The time's gonna pass regardless.
Right.
Slow motion is better than no motion, man. Go
Yeah.
after it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you Google it too, it says like, for like millionaires, they're you got 10 seconds with them when you first conversate with them to see like if you're even gonna catch their attention. So that kind of piggyback on what you were saying about, your pitch and getting somebody's time. If you're gonna get somebody's time, definitely, you know what I mean, have something in mind on what you're gonna conversate with them about and what your goal is, even bringing up that conversation, because
Right.
you can get somebody's ear, but if it's just a waste of time and you know what I'm saying, it's a
Yeah.
waste of motherfucking time.
The biggest thing if you're in them rooms though with the millionaire and billionaires, right? Because millionaires ain't really shit right now, right? Because it's the billionaires you want to you want to it's listening to the game, soaking up game, right?
Absolutely.
As
That's
much
what you
game
got
as you
2
can
ears
soak
and
up.
1 mouth
Yeah,
for.
you know what I mean. Not only being seen, but just like if you go somewhere, you want to make an impact to whoever you going around, right? So I mean, you got to make it beneficial to you, right? So
Absolutely.
if you're around a CEO of a major corporation, do something to stand out. You know what I mean? Make that fool remember you so that next time you see him, like, oh yeah, you were that one motherfucker that said that funny ass joke, or you were that one motherfucker that, came at me like, oh, my cousin Network, shout out to Network, go there. He be doing that, right? Like he
Yeah.
goes and he's just a funny ass dude, and he'll make anybody feel comfortable. He'll go up to a motherfucker that in business suit, tie, old man, and he'll just give him a hug like, hey man, what's up? I fuck with you, man.
That's
And
what they like too.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
Be
just being real.
Yeah,
So then
hell
they
yeah.
remember him, and he got into so many doors just being himself, just being natural and shit. And
Absolutely.
sometimes you got to do that. You know what I mean? So
Oh man, like I said, bro, like shout out Big Tone and everybody too, Young Age Book. Like I was blessed to, cross paths with a lot of people when I was young. AWACS. I held myself to a certain point where they fuck with me and they opened up a lot of doors for me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like even fucking with you guys. Even Fats was the one that said, "Hey, we're starting No Paperwork podcast. I feel like you'd be great on this." You know what I mean? So anybody that's trying to come up, bro, like I tell jokes, you know what I mean? I might goofy, but I ain't no goofy. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know, if this what you signing up for, be ready to get down when it's time to get down. Other than that, bro, be professional. Have something to bring
Yeah,
to the
there's
table.
time for it. Yeah, there's time for it.
And the thing is, bro, like, bro, be real, bro. There ain't no future in the front. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not with that shit, cool. Like GB said,
Y'all rather know.
Don't
Yeah.
be something
Yeah,
that
I'd
you
rather
can't-
know up
jump
front.
out the
Yeah.
whip,
don't
man.
be
Jump
something
out
that
the
you're
whip.
not.
Cool,
It's
yeah.
respectable.
Yeah.
Cool. Get
Yeah.
out this
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Right.
Cool. But and you know what? I think especially with social media, there's too many people that are trying to fake
Right.
the funk. You know what I'm saying? Because it's giving you that avenue to fake it and to play the part. And you know what? You don't have to.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? Is you grow up with these dudes. A lot of like I got a cousin, right? And in my heart, I knew he wasn't never with the nothing,
right.
right? But he grew up around us and he tried to feel that, he tried to just jump in those shoes. And when it would kick off, I was making excuses for him for his lack of engagement, right? And
Right.
motherfuckers would be on me like, man, what's up with your cousin, man? And I'd be like, nah, this just happened or this just happened. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, somebody ended up getting hurt, right, while they were with him, you know what I'm saying, and couldn't depend on him. And now I put that dude in jeopardy, right?
Right.
Because they know the people that we hang around is with all the activities, and then so if we bring this dude around, the presumption should be, right, you vouching for this dude. So I locked in with him. We went somewhere and he wasn't with none of it. I caught the brunt of it. You know what I'm saying?
But
And
the thing is,
ultimately,
each man stands on his own 2 feet, right?
100%,
Each
but-
man
Absolutely.
answers for his own.
my
wing.
point was though, if you give a like my cousin give a fuck about me, give a fuck about the homies, obviously,
Right.
then remove yourself from those situations where you know you're not willing to. It's cool, we still love you, still family, but
Right.
the part where we get mad is when you pretend to be somebody you're not, and you're that pretending ends up getting somebody we also give a fuck about hurt.
Right.
You know
But
what I'm
it all
Yeah.
comes out in the wash sooner or later,
Mhm.
right? Like someone's gonna test your nuts sooner or later. So
Yeah.
you can pretend to be if you pretend to be a fireman, there comes a time where you're gonna have to put out a fire,
or you gonna
and-
get burned.
Yeah, you're gonna get
Only wear a
burned.
mask for so
And
long
if you
before
don't-
it gets exposed.
Yeah, so if you don't know,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. I ain't no fireman, but if you go in the building, the doors closed, you open that shit, this shit's gonna rush out
Yeah.
to you, right? You gonna get
You
burned.
catch
You ain't
that
got
backdraft.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
got the
hell yeah.
backdraft, definitely.
Yeah.
So, you know, and if you pretending you a doctor and shit, you know what I mean, sooner or later someone gonna have a heart attack and you gonna be like, I don't know what to do. Fuck. Well, you a doctor, motherfucker. Help them.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I lied. So
Now I was
You
on
know.
Chat GPT when I got that.
got your Chat GPT.
Yeah,
fucking,
I love that shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, Chat GPT will make motherfuckers think they know everything.
Yeah.
They'll make,
Yeah.
they'll make a dumb motherfucker look smart.
Yeah,
Sure.
people be asking me questions about this shit, and I'll be on Chat GPT and I just send them it. Here, I don't know, motherfucker. Here, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That shit come in the clutch.
Yeah.
But for the most part, yeah, nah, be yourself, man. Don't be somebody that you're not. Because with serious situations, it can get somebody hurt.
Yeah.
And non-serious situations, just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just makes
Also,
you look-
fuck my cousin, man.
Yeah,
Fuck
makes
that
you
dude.
look-
Yeah.
Fuck my ex
Yeah,
cousin.
fuck that dude.
my ex cousin.
Hey, but I mean, there's a lot of people that you know, because it's easy for anybody
Yeah.
to say there's something,
Yeah.
and just because they say there's something doesn't mean they.
Yeah, man.
Anybody could claim any hood. Anybody
Yeah.
can claim any section. You know, motherfucker, I could say I'm from Alabama. I ain't never been to Alabama, right? But I can claim the motherfucker. Doesn't mean I'm from there. Doesn't mean now when I go down there, doesn't mean anyone gonna know who the fuck I am. Like you said, there ain't too many Mexicans over there.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? I'm gonna be lost like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you got to watch out for them people that claim something that they ain't. You know what I mean? And you can tell who's who by how they act. You know
Yeah,
what I
For
mean?
sure.
You can tell if certain groups ain't fucking with the motherfucker, then you know, hey man, he probably not one of them.
Right.
You know what I mean? He might claim to be one of them, but you know he ain't around them. Where they at? The
Yeah.
motherfuckers talking bad about him. He ain't one of them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
And that just goes to show you, like, anybody can be anything, especially on social media.
For sure.
You know what I
that
mean?
was a very good and poignant point you just made right there.
Yeah. Well, you know, it is what it is, man.
Oh
You
yeah,
know.
I'm a pimp on social media. I'm a husband at home. Shit, man.
Yeah.
But you know, like, man, you know, there's like, are you living a persona? Or you living your life? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And if you're trying to push a persona, then that shit gonna come out. It's gonna bite you in the ass.
Right. All
You know what I'm
everything
saying?
that's done in the darkness gonna come in the light.
So just
And
keep
be
it
ready
solid.
for it.
Keep it
Yeah,
solid.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How you carry yourself and present yourself is the most important part because that's who you is.
Right. Motherfuckers get chased around the city, beat up. You know what I mean? And then they be on social media.
Talking about
Right.
killing shit.
The hardest motherfucker. I'm
Right.
like, man, come
Yeah,
on.
y'all
man.
lucky I can't fight. I'll fuck y'all up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
No.
like when you in jail, motherfuckers say they Superman, then get out and fucking nobody.
Right.
Yeah. But I mean, you know, you ain't got to be the toughest motherfucker,
Hell no.
right?
No.
You definitely don't have to be the toughest motherfucker, but you got to know, you got to have respect. You know what I mean? You got to respect other people, right? Like I said before, I respect everybody because I know what I'm capable of. So if I'm capable of that,
Right.
who knows what the
Right.
next man's capable of?
For sure.
So I try to respect everybody like I would want to be respected. You
Right.
know what I mean? And that's the name of the game.
Absolutely.
Now, if I'm saying fuck
You
you,
gotta
then
give
fuck
respect
you,
to give respect.
right? But I rarely say fuck you to somebody else.
Right.
I won't say it to their face.
To their face.
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
You
And,
better be ready for all of it.
Right.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? And so if you talking that mess, you know, you talking that rah-rah, like, you know, hey, you can say all that shit over the keyboard, but there's real motherfuckers behind these screens, behind these cameras, right?
Pretending like you the hardest dude
Right.
is for sure gonna get you hurt eventually.
There's
Right.
always somebody bigger and
Yeah.
better than you.
Right. Like, and that's what people forget, right? They forget that, you know, yeah, you talking to a computer screen on the internet and you talking that tough shit where no one's around, but sooner or later, a motherfucker get in your face and they're gonna be like, they're gonna remember the shit that you talked.
Right, that shit don't
And
go
then,
away.
you know, you either gonna stand on business or you gonna tuck your tail and run.
And be a little
But
bitch.
you gotta watch your words and you gotta stand on everything you say.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So, and that's why I don't really like I don't like crashing out on motherfuckers. It's like even on podcasts.
You know what's crazy too is the motherfuckers that been through the hardest scenarios, right? It in the pen, just like in the streets, the killers, the bro, when it's not time to do that, they are trying to have a good time
Right.
because man, we got all this other time to funk.
Right.
I'm trying to chill.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to, man, we kicking it. Well, let's kick it, man.
Right.
You know
Or
what I'm
we've
saying?
been funking all our lives. Like
Yeah.
now we trying to be like, man, we trying to chill.
Hell
But
yeah.
but don't get it twisted. The funk will come.
It's
Yeah.
gonna
You know what I
come.
mean? Like
It's gonna come.
but I mean, save that rah-rah shit. You know what I mean? Save that cell soldier and shit.
Yeah.
Right? Save that shit. Cause motherfuckers don't respect it. But I respect a motherfucker who can actually, hold a conversation or debate a motherfucker without getting their feelings hurt. You know what I mean? Or say some intelligent shit. But if you just gonna go off the hook and be like, fuck this person, fuck that person, fuck you, and fuck the bro. When's the last time you seen that motherfucker?
For real.
Right?
And
Say
you
that
had
shit
them
to his
conversations
face.
with him.
Right. So, anyways,
Yeah.
that's all it is, right? You know what I mean? It's about respect. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And somebody said, insane talking about respect, but all the scrap, bro. Because we know what it is.
Right. Well,
And
how many times
won't change
motherfucker been
it.
called me a buster,
Yeah.
called me a chapete, like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. And it ain't no tip for tat, but I mean I grew up like that. You know what I mean? Where I'm at, where I grew up in Stockton, there was actual fucking
Yeah.
Southerners. You know what I mean? That they did some bitch ass shit. You know what I mean? They did some shit that was not to be respected. They
Right.
would start shit in front of the cops. They would throw rocks at your car and then run and tell the cops when you chase them. You know what I mean? Like they would do some bitch ass shit. So do I respect them fools? No.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just what it is.
What are Southerners?
What are they?
Yeah, man. But yeah, man.
But it's whatever. You know what I mean? But I do say Southerners. You know what I mean? I like, especially on the podcast, I try to keep it respectful.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Hey,
To
hey,
We
everybody.
definitely been on our shit.
No. Hey, you know the thing is too, we do respond to certain things, but we do it in a professional manner. You know what I mean?
Right.
And we also know the way we grew up and who we grew up around.
Right.
People don't understand that. I know somebody said something about Dopey from East 18th Street.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Dopey, shout out the homies because he was in the pen, he was in the hole.
Mhm.
When I was in the pen and I went to the hole, the Southerners were part of the line to talk to the homies. Allegedly,
Mhm.
whatever the fuck case may be. You know what? But we understand that we lived it. It is
Right.
what it is. Other people understand what they lived through. It
Mhm.
is what it is. The thing is, instead of trying to beat people down about what the fuck they talking about, understand that people are talking about their upbringing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Understand that people are talking about their past and their background, like your past and your background in Stockton,
Right.
and the way you came up. You know what I'm saying? And instead of trying to make people understand your vision, if you tuning in, understand the homie's vision. You know what I'm saying? Out here, it's like this. Cool.
Yep.
I get it. Where he grew up, different way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what this is. This is the platform to speak about your upbringing and the way you grew up and what you went through, and this is how we respond.
And some shit doesn't qualify a response. Now, I've seen the comments of
Yeah.
what people are asking about certain shit. Some shit doesn't dignify a response, right?
Right.
Because some shit is
There's
just
a level of respect that we have generally for Southern Raza that where we can acknowledge them.
right.
Right. Other people they don't get that respect.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's
And the whole reason why I say that is because I remember Dopey doing the post, saying, the homie shot me this, the homie shot me that, you know what I'm saying? And in my prison background, the Southerners were upstairs in the vent. Hey, do you want a soup and all this other shit? You know what I mean? I'm silent. Hey, it's good. You feel me? Boom.
Right.
It's all good. I understand it. I get it. I knew what Dopey was saying. You know what I'm saying? And so I have that life that life be lifing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And in my life, that's what I understand. But I think the only reason why I really responded to that honestly is because that's what I understand. You know what I'm saying? Certain people understand certain things in life because you went through things, but I don't think it's right to really like try to sit there and try to break down people's words and belittle people on how they extend themselves and how they express themselves because you don't know how people grew up. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what the platform is for. You know what I'm saying? To speak about your upbringing, to speak about your point of view, to speak about your perspective.
Right.
And if you want to break it down, go ahead, try your best, bro. But this is it. This is what we're doing. This is what we're expressing. And we all have different backgrounds. Stockton, Sac, Antioch, Richmond,
Right.
Yeah.
right? Different bringing. You know what I
In
mean?
prison, there's different goals, right?
Right.
There's a level of professionalism that we have to utilize in order to ensure what we're trying to do is done, right? Out here, the goals change. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, the same respect that was afforded certain individuals is not given to them out here. And we don't give a fuck. You guys want to separate yourselves and fucking say upstate, L.A., whatever. That's your business. You know what I'm saying? You guys can't control these dudes and they act like that, and it is what it is.
Right. But
Yeah.
it's all part of the same cereal bowl,
Yeah.
right? You know what I mean? They all the same cornflakes in the same cereal bowl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when it comes down to it, you know what I mean? If not, check your own.
Yeah. Ultimately, who gives a fuck? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Whatever
but
y'all
but
do.
if that's what y'all tripping on, check your own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
And you know what? It's like, it's all part of the game. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Shit, we have prison politics, there's street politics, there's different upbringings, there's
Work
different,
politics. There's fucking
yeah.
yeah.
Well, and you know what, man? And that's why I always say, God bless the game. I even got my work wristband on still. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
God bless the game. You know what I mean? If there's somebody that's showing respect and a real respectful manner, you get respect.
You get respect.
If there's somebody that grew up in the same aspect where we're in the same area, and you know what I mean? It is what it is, bro. We're men. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like even my brother B right here, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Real Richmond.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Grew up fucked up lifestyle, fucked up upbringing, still making something for ourselves. And I love these conversations because in the future, I want to have a podcast about, you remember when we were talking about this?
Go ahead.
right.
Do you remember we were talking about
What?
that? But now we're having these different business meetings. We're talking about these
Right.
different business aspects.
Right.
The goal is to make it with your people.
Right.
The goal is to break generational curses and start generational wealth. And that's what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes there are people in the comments that sometimes I would like to take a second to give a little response to. Not all the time, but sometimes. But I also like the aspect that the conversations we had off camera about everything that we're building, all the ideas that we have. We're around like-minded people,
Yeah.
and we have to deal with other people when we get on the podcast and everything like that. So we're not going to talk about that part for everybody else. But if you're listening, you're tuning in, even if you are from the other side or whatever they want to say, you know what I'm saying? Take that energy, grab the solid ones around you, man, and build, man. You know what I'm saying? Build. Find something to
Yeah.
build on. You know what I'm saying? Be around like-minded people. Be around goal-orientated people. Be around people that want to learn. Be around intellectual individuals.
Yeah.
Because our goal at the end of the day is to make a difference.
Right.
And I wouldn't be mad if I walk into a business room and seeing some Southsider from LA. You know what I'm saying? In the same business, now I'm outbid them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. But there's different times and,
Right.
and different ways to deal with people in different settings.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's always a time and place for everything.
Yeah.
But I mean, real ones know when it's time to crack, it's gonna crack, and it is what it is.
Right.
But
That's,
nothing.
it goes right back to the respect thing.
Right. And nothing is absolute, right? There's no set, hey, this is what's going to be every single 100% of the time, right? There's variables for everything. But yeah.
But it's all, and it's a weird thing to, you got to change in order to do better. You know what I'm saying? But the reality is we still out here. right?
Right.
We still out here. It is what it is. Fuck dudes. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna get it regardless. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stay positive and productive and all this shit, but it's still fuck them. You know what I mean? I'm trying to win. In
Right.
spite of everything them and any other sucker puts in front of us. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But and that goes without saying. You know what I mean? But we all trying to we trying to help each other come up. You know what I mean? We all got the same goals, and we trying to help our people come up, because at the end of the day,
Right.
it's all about, the betterment of ourselves for the betterment of our people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
You
because
know what
that
I mean?
creates better opportunities, the upbringing.
Yep.
Right.
That's what we was talking about earlier, was about breaking the statistics and making better examples. You know, you can use your story as a crutch and a downfall, to
Yeah.
to find sympathy and shit like that, or you can use it as motivation and positivity to
That
do
part.
something.
Yeah.
And you feel me? Use your story as a place for somebody that's going through similar, that's younger than you, to be like, okay, I can go this route, or man, look, he went that route. I'm gonna learn from his lessons and do what he's
Right.
doing now, not what he did back then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
Yep.
Yeah, because a lot of people think you have to reinvent the wheel, and really sometimes you just have to copy and paste.
Yep.
You
man.
know what I mean? Copy and paste, man, and stop putting your motherfucking bullshit on the internet, man. Uh, Stop putting your downfalls, your relationship bullshit on the internet. Keep that shit behind closed doors, bro. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? If you're looking for sympathy and empathy, keep the good people around you to talk to you about it. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Quit leaving it in everybody. Ain't nobody Dr. Phil in your following list.
Hell
You
no.
know what I'm saying?
And in all reality, no one gives a fuck. Right?
Exactly.
Like when it comes
Real
down
talk.
to it,
Real
like, yeah,
talk.
you got homies that listen to you, maybe your girl listen to you or something, but in all reality, no one gives a fuck.
They don't
Well,
want to hear that.
as a
going
man,
They don't want to
as
hear that
as a man,
bullshit.
in
You
my
gotta
in my opinion, I may cut you off. I use
go
my
ahead.
blinker. In my opinion, bro, as a man, you shouldn't even be putting your downfall on your lady. You know what I'm saying? Because as a man,
You supposed to leave.
you no, not even that. Like, you keep everything to yourself. It's okay to feel emotion, but it's not okay to show emotion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you're going through hard times, go through hard times. Have your people to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got nobody to deal with it, you have to start looking at the man in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
there's a reason why nobody's around you. And as a man, sometimes shit sucks, but you don't put that shit on the internet. You don't fucking go and talk about your relationship problem, none of your financial problem, none of that shit. Keep that shit off the fucking internet. Keep that shit to your close people. They always say a listening ear is a running mouth.
Hmm.
Sometimes you need those people who has a listening ear that don't run their mouth. That's your village. You know what I mean? You keep it. You understand it. You respect people for what they show you. If you show me you a snake, I respect you as a snake. If you show me that you solid, I respect you that you solid. But to put everybody into your business and you just looking for empathy, looking for sympathy, put that shit back in your pocket, man. Feel that emotion. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go and you want to go tear up and cry, do that shit. Give yourself 10 minutes, but
Go in
get
the
back on
motherfucking shower
business,
and cry
man.
and
For
get
real.
out. You know what I'm saying?
But
And
man,
make some
man,
shake.
But in all
but get
reality,
back to it, man. Make a difference. I mean, cut you off
no, I
too,
didn't mean
but
to
I
cut you
think,
off, bro.
but
Yeah, he gone.
man,
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
hey
he's on the
man,
road right
no
now.
man, because there's a lot of people in my life that were doing that. And the people that were doing that didn't make no difference. Now the people that weren't explaining them bad situations, the people that weren't emulating these bad situations, the people that weren't expressing it to just anybody that would listen, understand. Give yourself that little bit of time. Feel bad for a second. Get back on business. Make it better. There's no point in dwelling
Right.
on nothing
Right.
bad if you ain't gonna make no fucking change. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. So if you're going through the same bullshit over and over again, kick your own self in the ass, man. If you didn't have no father figure, be the father figure. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you didn't have no big homie to look up to, be the big homie to look up to. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Be the person that makes a difference, that don't sit there, that don't dwell, that don't cry about shit, man. Make shit happen. And when they do see the success, they will think it'll be overnight because
Right.
they don't understand the pain and struggle that it takes. But the ones that do, keep around.
Right. And only you can take yourself out of those situations. Any
Absolutely.
situation you in, only you can do that. Nobody else is going to lift you up better than you can.
Exactly.
Motherfuckers might give you a helping hand, right? Motherfuckers might give you a couple dollars, but motherfuckers ain't going to let you live with them. Motherfuckers ain't gonna take care of you.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers ain't gonna feed you for the rest of your life. They might give you a burrito. They might give you a place to stay, let you get on your feet. But it's up to you to get back up on your feet. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly.
And if you motherfuckers out there need some motherfucking money, some quick money, go to local510.org. Hit the little thing on the top right corner. It says working as an extra. It says extras on there. You press that button. It's a phone call. It's a recording line. You can hit it. It'll tell you to send your name and number to it. If I find out you ain't no good, you're getting your shit chipped. You know what I'm saying?
Tell him Joe Bob
Knocking all
sent you.
suckers off.
He ain't lying.
Yeah,
Tell him Joe Bob sent you.
yeah, nah.
They don't-
If you
If you
solid,
say Joe Bob sent you,
Yeah.
they don't even know what the fuck you talking about.
but man, for real, bro, there's ways to make money, man. There's
Yeah.
union money. There's
If you
different
don't,
ways.
you just accepting how your life is.
yeah.
Yeah. In the way I live my life too, like like everybody has a boohoo story or a fucked up upbringing, but there's trials and tribulations in life. But every day you have a choice and decision to be something different, to be something better. Every day is a new opportunity to make it better than it was yesterday. You could wake up with the attitude of man, life is hard, or you could wake up with the attitude of man, today I'm a choose, do something different to achieve something different and not
Right.
do the insanity shit and do the same thing expecting a different result.
Well, that also comes with gratitude, man. If you hear your alarm, be grateful that you can hear it. If you could reach for your phone, be grateful that your arms work. If you could kick your legs off the bed, be grateful that your legs could work. You know what I mean? You got to start your day off, being grateful for what you got, man, because a lot of people can't. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
You know what I've been seeing lately and that I love is a transition from men being able to be like emotional bitches, right? And fucking like it used to be like, oh, men have feelings and fucking all this shit.
Okay.
Right? and now we're kind of okay, wait, that shit didn't work. You're getting a bunch of dudes with dyed hair fucking
Mm,
wanting to be chicks, right?
And
Now
start
we're
painting
getting
nails and shit.
yeah, now we're kind of gravitating more back to how it's supposed to be.
mhm.
Like,
Be a man.
bro, when I was in juvenile hall, I remember just thinking like, dude, nobody's coming in here. Like you could sit in here and just hope, oh, they're not gonna let you out, bro. They're not letting you out. Nobody gives a fuck. Homie, you better fucking handle your business, homie. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Get up. And then how many times can you be like, hey, homie, nah, you good, homie, come on. You good, come on. You good. Fuck up. You not good? Okay, move. I'm stepping right over you.
Right.
Motherfuckers can't hold your hand all the time.
Right.
Crying about shit, you emotional. Your mom died, your girl left you, you broke. Well, all right, understand. So what are you gonna do? And
Yeah.
are we sitting here and whining about it, or are we fucking doing shit?
Everybody got problems.
Everybody.
got
Everybody.
problems. Everyone got different
Give a fuck.
problems.
Yeah.
Everybody loses people every day. Man, hey, mourn your shit. Get right. Pick
Shake
yourself
it
up.
off.
Dust yourself
You're a
off,
grown
man.
ass man.
Don't
Hey.
use it as a crutch. Use it
Yeah.
as motivation.
Hey, man, and I'm telling you,
Life don't wait for nobody.
The biggest
Nope.
difference in my life was gratitude. Just
Gratitude,
hey, man, grateful, man.
Yeah,
Be
yeah.
grateful. If you having a bad day, you wake up mad
Yeah.
and shit ain't working for you, man, just stop, take a second,
Yeah.
and think about everything that you're grateful for, man. Because the arms movement, the legs movement, the
Yeah.
hearing, the seeing.
Yeah.
You're not in prison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if
Man.
you are in prison,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Time to get buff.
Man, just be grateful for what you got, man.
Yeah.
Right.
For real.
Yeah.
Grateful for the opportunity, man. And as soon as you start being grateful for opportunity, then you start taking less and less energy away for the things that you don't have.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You wasting all that energy
Yeah.
on that pussy shit. Really?
Yeah, real shit. And man, look, that's a dope conversation, man. And I think we should probably just end it with that. You know what I mean? Because it's getting a little late.
Oh yeah, I got
Oh,
work
yeah.
tomorrow morning. I got the whole job thing.
But man,
Fuck.
so this No
Running
Paperwork
it.
podcast. We back in effect.
Oh,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So expect some more shit from us. We
Yeah.
got some big
Studio's dope as fuck.
Yes. Studio's dope as fuck. You know what I mean? Recording studio, podcast studio, business studio. We got a whole bunch of stuff.
We have a new event coordinator,
New
talent
event
coordinator,
coordinator.
man. Tap in.
Yeah.
We're gonna have
Underscore the
we're
big
gonna have
picture,
some
man.
new hosts coming in that I'm super excited about. You know one of them, and I'm not gonna bust it out yet, but
I know it is.
it's getting dope.
God bless the game, baby.
Yeah. It's
I'm back
gonna be
to the
dope.
yacht.
And yeah, man. So shout out to everybody for doing their thing. Continue moving forward, man. Progress one step at a time. You know what I mean? As long as you're moving forward, dude, it's progress. It doesn't matter if it's an inch or a mile.
Hell
Keep
yeah.
pushing.
Yeah,
You know,
straight up.
No Paperwork Podcast.